Alrighty, welcome everybody. Um, so we'll get started here in just a little bit. It's 6:23 Pacific time, 9:23 market time. Just a little disclaimer here, day trading is risky. Never try to follow me or anyone else. Uh, this is for entertainment and education purposes alone. And there's no guarantee that anything I say or like say for that worked for me would work for you. So there's no guarantees in the market. So just keep that in mind. All right. So going into today, I've taken some pre-market trades and we're sitting up $22 on the day so far. There's nothing really in my under $1 ball house today. I've been looking for some sub dollar stocks, but all I can see is GMBL, which has kind of been going sideways all pre-market. I'll have it on watch though. And then FFIE from the last 2 days has pulled back, but it's kind of holding 90s, so I'm going to keep it on watch again just to see if it wants to go back above 1. That's another one I'll be watching. SNOA has kind of sold off pre-market. Had a high of triple top of 245, and it's kind of sold off to 2. It would need to reclaim like 220, 230 for me to be interested. I've been trading FWBI pre-market on this push from 630 to 720, although I've only made 14 bucks on it. I was up more. I was up at like 40 bucks on it, but then I caught this flush right here, back through 7. I've only been trading it with 100 to 200 shares, but it's been difficult. I'm not expecting much today unless we get a nice sub $1 stock gapping or moving. So we're going to keep expectations low today. We'll try and hit $200. And yeah, if it looks like it's picking up, if it looks like momentum's picking up and we break 200 and we rip right through it and we up to 250, 300, then we'll keep going. Otherwise, we'll probably just take it off the table and call it a day. This is definitely a day to practice my other price ranges though, my $2 to $10 price ranges. So we'll see what happens. Break a 720 on FWBI. I'm not in it, not going to be. I'm waiting for a market to open at this point. Gonna go ahead and switch my time in force to day instead of extended. Let's go back to FWBI. Okay, 720, high a day. Let's just go through the gappers one more time. SNOA needs to get back over 220, 230. FWBI would like a little bit of a pullback at the open, break of 720. Let's see here. INPX needs to get back over 220. We have ENSC, that's a fresh one. Fresh gapper, right in my ballpark as well. Okay, we'll keep that one on watch. We'll watch at ENNC. All right, 2 minutes till the market opens. Good morning, Jonathan. Let's see here. We got CDTX. No, no good. It sold off too much. ATNF. We need to get back over 4. That's kind of selling off too much though. Um, GLOP. Bit of low volume. ARDS. Needs to get back over 1. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's put it on a side chart for that break of 1. GOEV higher float. KT. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put ENSC on here. Market opens in about 30 seconds. Get my sip of water, and we'll get going. Alright. Watching the bell here. Waiting for this opening minute to settle before we take any trades. Okay, so we have a 4-cent range on ENSC. Need a little bit more volume. So there's a seller at 82. ARDS is trying to break 1. Okay. Not much volume on ARDS. IKT popping up. Seller at 109 on IKT. Watching 109 here for the breakout. 108, there's a seller at 108, 109, and at 106. Watching that seller at 108. Gotta cut it here. $13 loss. Hmm. Watching break over 20, there's 37, 39. On FWBI, there's 42, out at 42. Nice trade on 100 shares. Look at that dip afterward though. Just a flush. Looking for something with volume. The ARDS is setting up, but it doesn't have any volume. CT, TX. GMBL. GMBL has volume. Okay, we'll look at it. Watching for break of 22. Getting a starter size here. Watching 2170, break of 2170, 2180. Big seller at 2180. Taking the loss. Watching 2180. 2880 breaking, 2180. Have to cut it, damn. I'll give it one more try to break 2180. So sellers at 50. Buyers at 21. It's just ripping right through it. So unfortunately this one's failing. And at 11 on SNOA, watching 15. I don't like the 11 fill though. There's 12. Watching 15 break. 17. Out at 18. 2280 on GMBL. Watching 2280 on GMBL. Damn, I cut it right before the breakout. Seriously? It's really gonna do that? 2250 is our average. Watching 23 again. So we bought the dip there. Watching 23, back over 23, it looks good with the bottoming tail wick. But it needs to hold near these 23 area. There we go. It's closing with that bottoming wick. 23.40 is the high of the previous candle. 24 is the high of day. Watching break of 23. Taking some off on that break, 23.30. And watching the break of high of day, 23.40 up to 24. There's 23.40. Back below 23, taking off the rest at 22.80. Back to green on the day. Watching break of 24 here. $23.70, $23.80, cutting at 23, back to red. I don't like how we keep on getting these green wicks and big red wicks as well. It's throwing me off. Watching SNOA here for the breakout. 220. Watching 220. Cutting it. 18. Back in here for a break of 20. 24 is the high of day. Big buyer there at 15. Just holding. It's holding that buyer at 15. Watching break of 20. Green at 19. Watch 20 here. There's 21. Can we get the break of 21? Cutting it. It's not our day today, huh? Good old FFIE maybe. It's got volume. Okay, had a high of 90.97. It's not holding 90. ENSC's looking at highs. Watching 84, high a day break. Watching for that high a day break. 30, 83. Come on. There's 83, 84. Watching 84 on the ask. Watching that break at 84. Volume's coming in on this candle. Seller at 83. Seller at 83. There's 83.50. Seller at 83.50. Okay, watching 84 here. Watching 84 break. There's 84.10. There's 85. Taking some off at 85. There's 86, 87. Taking some off at 87, 86.50. Watching 88 here. Watch 88 here. 89. There we go. 88.60. Out there at 88.60. Huge trade there. Watching now 89. Maybe 87 for a dip trade. Gonna get someone on the dip here at 87.16. Small size to start with. Then we'll look to add is it looks like it's gonna break a high a day. Adding at 88. Now watching 89. Adding at 89 for the break. There's 90. Watching 91, 92. There's 93. Look at that breakout. Okay, 93, high a day. Adding back for break of 93. There's 94. Look at this thing go. 95. 96. This thing is just ripping up. Out there, 96. There's 97.8. I'm out of it. Okay, watching 98 now. Loading back in for 98 break. Small breakout, so I'm going to take it off break even. Oh wow, okay, I went through. Okay. 104 is the halt level. So I took it off break even and it went into the halt. Damn. How many shares did I have? I had 4,000 shares at 98. Could have had 6 cents on that. 48, 4,000. 240 bucks. Ugh, 240 bucks of missed potential. Plus the halt. I was gonna hold into that halt if I got in that halt, I was gonna hold into it. Watching SATX, break of 250. So seller at 47. It's actually kind of low volume. We'll trade it if it looks like it's going to break 47, but otherwise no. So watching 47 here. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, I'll get a starter here at 42. It's flushing on me. Out at 36. That's too low volume for me. Gonna go ahead and switch focus back to something with more volume. So INPX has more volume. 215. Hide this 5-minute candle. 232 is the next level. We just broke through VWAP. Okay. 204, low there. 3, 2. Tried getting a fill there at 201. We're in. Okay, watching the dip here off of the whole dollar. VWAP's at 209. Okay. Low is 98. We want to see us back over 202 before the candle ends. Stop will be just below the low of this candle. Couldn't get back above 202. Buyers stepping at 2 though. Buyers stepping at 2. Can we get a push through 202, 205? Watching 202. Now I'm cutting it at 2. Alright, so this should resume at 50, 52.18, 52.18. So about a minute and a half to resumption. And this is what I was talking about yesterday, guys, where a stock breaks the whole dollar and then rips into a halt and then continues higher. So this, I'm looking at this towards 120. ENSC, I'm watching for resumption at 107, 110, and then rip to 120, halt up again. So we're looking to go heavy on this. We're in a comfortable position on the P&L today, so I'm looking to go heavy on this resumption. Okay, 30 or 45 seconds to resumption. Okay. We have 2,000 shares in the order window. If need be, I can up it to 3,000. We'll see how volatile it is after the open. Okay, 17 seconds. 10 seconds to resumption. Watching closely. 4, 3, 2, 1. 110. And at 112. Back out, break even. Back in 17. Watching 20 here. 21, 22. If we get stuck in a halt here, I'll definitely hold into it. Okay, so in at 17. Halt levels at 24. We're gonna hold into this halt here. Okay. Locked in. 124 now. Let's see here. So we took a break-even trade and then we got back in 5 cents higher 2 seconds later. Okay, let's resume at 57.43, 57.43, 57.43. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Dolce, Jonathan. Glad to see you guys conversating. Um, Jonathan, how do you deal with emotions, specifically when you just enter a trade and it starts going down? Is this just part of the trading game, or does it make it, or does it get better with experience? Um, I'd have to say the way I deal with emotions is they never really go away. There'll still be times where a stock will flush on you, and you can choose whether or not to um, sell or not. And sometimes you get in and it just flushes on you, and that happens to every single trader, even the professionals that have been doing it forever. And the way you deal with emotions is you cut the trade and you deal with the emotions afterwards. So you have to make it your automatic response to cut the trade. Like make it's gotten to the point where if I get stuck in a flush, I'm cutting it and then I'm looking at the number afterwards. Like after I'm out of the position, I'm looking at how much I'm down. But I'm not looking at how much I'm down while I'm still in the trade. I cut the trade and then I'm like, what happened? And I see how much I'm down. I'm like, oh shoot. But you still get those gut-wrenching feelings sometimes. I don't think that'll ever go away. But yeah, Dolce is giving some good advice. If you need to, you can use small size until you're ready to up your size. And yes, emotional control definitely increases with time. Okay, so getting ready for resumption here in about a minute and a half. Okay. I don't see anything to trade in the meantime, so I'm going to go ahead and start focusing up on ENSC for the resumption. Resume. We halted at 24. We're in at 18. Okay, we got 40 seconds to resumption. I actually put 500 shares inside the order entry window to see if we can. We'll go 1,000 shares. We'll try and scale out twice. So 124 is where we're at right now. Look at the break of 20 here. 21, 22. Got stuck at 22. SNOA has been kind of tricky though. It's been having these grinds up and then these flushes down. There's the resumption. Out at 35. And back in at 36. Watching 36, 30. There's 35, high day 45. 30, watching the sellers at 30. Shoot, it's holding down. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not able to get out. Oh, when it's false halts. It gets me out. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna size down just a little bit. Back in 36. Adding for break of 40. Watching 45 here. There's 42. Seller at 40. Seller at 40. Watching that seller at 40. See if we can make it come down. There's 45. Break a high a day. And let's see if we can get a halt up. 47. Watch 48. 46 is the halt level. Watching to see if we false halt. Gonna go ahead and sell 1,000 into it. Okay, so right there we took so it's locked in, so we can leave. We got in at 36, took it off at 24. For a 12-cent loss on 2,000 shares, so $240 loss. Did you get in? Dolce, did you get in on the false halt down? That'd have been insane if you did. Is your entry 124? That's insane. Nice job. Congrats on that. Yeah, I was just trying to get out of the trade because if I could get out before it halted, I would be happy with that. But yeah, so hopefully I won't have that issue when I switch to the DOS level 2 next month where I can see the halt levels. But yeah, I didn't know the halt level down was at 124. I didn't think it would be because that's where we halted up. So, but I guess since we resumed so much higher, going back down to 124 was enough of a stretch for it to halt down. Anyway, I'm glad I was able to take the loss, even though it did false halt. Technically, taking the loss was the wrong option, since false halts down usually lead to a bounce up. But yeah, I mean it was stuck at the halt level for like 10 seconds. Just a little bit longer, I would have been stuck in the halt. And that is the risk. That's the risk of day trading. Right there, I lost 240 bucks. And it could have lost more if it actually did get locked in. If it got locked in and resumed at 18, 17, or even at like 110, it's a huge loss. Okay, resumption here will be at 7:04:21. 7:04:21. Dolce, I was thinking not to enter after the second halt up, but after the false halt, thought that had strength. Yeah, generally my rule of thumb is 3 halts up. So after the third halt up in a row, then don't buy it. I don't usually see a halt down after 2 halts up. So usually it's like the rule of 3. 3 halts up or 3 1-minute pullbacks. That's when you tend to get your first longer pullback. 3 halts up, that's when you get your first halt down. But yeah, 2 halts is good. It's a good notion if you want to play it safe. But yeah, ENSC was at 80 cents, 90 cents, and now it's at 146. So just goes to show you how these sub $1 stocks, once they get above $1, they can really squeeze. That's a 50% squeeze just above $1. Dolce just more conservative. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Anything else? Let's see here. We got about 1 minute to resumption. Let's not miss it like last time. Last time I was in the middle of talking, so I got to sell at 35, I believe, instead of 40. Alright, so 0421. Watching closely. If we get a flat resumption, I'm just going to be taking off my rest of my 1,000. Watching 15 seconds here. 10. 146 is the high. Watching. 52, out at 50. Right into a halt down. Okay, it's bouncing back up. 36 halt down. I want it to reclaim 50 before I even attempt to get back in. But yeah, there's the rule of 3 for you. 3 halts up, 1 halt down. Right there, that's clear demonstration of the rule of 3. There you go. So 1, 2, didn't halt down here, so no halt there. But 3 halts up, 1 halt down. So yeah, that might be the end of the move. We'll see where it resumes. But we were able to make a good chunk of change on it before it ended the move. I don't really see anything else moving as of right now. So we might have to call the day soon. The HTH, it's a bit higher priced. Lower volume as well. JSPR, low volume. Pack B, what's that? Looks like it's a grinder. Just kind of going straight up, but grinding up. BIOR. Is that from yesterday? Or... Huh. Low volume though. ATNF, just sold off. ARDS, sold off. CDXT, RTX, sold off. CRKN, high priced. Sold off. Sold off. Maybe it reclaims VWAP. FWBI, I'll keep it on a side chart. GMBL, sold off. Could not get a grip on GMBL today. Let's see here, IKT. It's above VWAP's low volume though. INPX. NVOS. PAP, PBLA, RNA, SCTX, SNOA. Okay. So right now the only ones that look decent are FWBI and EHTH. Let's see if there's anything else though. Alright, resumption's gonna be at 09:51, so about 2 minutes to resumption. And we'll definitely lower share size for the resumption. High at 53. Gonna mark it out just in case. I'm also gonna mark out 24 because we were able to not halt down there, which means there's definitely some buyers at 24 or still in from 24. Okay, so watching, we have about 1 minute to resumption. Okay, about 30 seconds to resumption. Ten seconds. We'll see how it goes. Halted down at 136. Resumed at 126. Over 130, we'll see. Watching. And at 126, watching 130. Now cutting at 124. Watching for that break back over 130. Careful here. 25. Is it holding 30 here? Looks like it's going further lower. 20, 19. Yeah, it's no longer viable. At least for me. Not until it gets towards the 30 again. So 29 is what I want to see. 27. We'll watch one more candle. See if it gets 29, 30. Okay. 17, 16. We're breaking lows. High is 24 on SNOA. There's 26, 30. In there at 25. Watching this for 30. Don't like that we pulled all the way back to 20 though. Seller at 24. Watching it. Okay, it's pulling back. It's pulling back. Wow. Wow. I kind of should have expected that though. It's been rejecting highs all day long. I just thought once we actually broke high a day, maybe we'd see a little bit more continuation. Maybe up to the pre-market high. Guess not. ENSC could still curl back into a halt level there. In at 22. Just tight stop here. Watching this over 25, 27. Watching 25 and 27. Out at 22, break even. Buyer at 21. Back in here, 25. Looking for the curl back up to 30. Watching 27. Out at 22. And I think I will call it there. ENSC is the only one I've been able to trade well today. And it's kind of not moving the way I want. I don't know, maybe we can stick we'll stick around for 5 more minutes to see if it wants to get back above 130 actually. Because it still looks good for a curl. Stick around for 5 more minutes. If it can't curl in 5 minutes, then I'll just leave. Watching break a 30 on SNOA. Alright, so I don't think I'm gonna continue trading SNOA. It hasn't been moving. It hasn't been extending its move nicely. Just kind of been chopping around, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. ENNS, yeah, or ENSC made some decent money on it. Third halt, after the third green halt, we got a halt down, rule of three, classic, resumption way lower, and sell off. Um, so picture perfect play. If you'd want, you should probably like take a picture of this type of setup. It happens all the time where you get a curl up into a halt, another halt up. Maybe the third halt up happens right away. Sometimes we get a little pullback before it happens again. But then after that third halt down, sell off. It's a picture perfect play. Um, yeah, so Jonathan, yeah, you got some homework. Learn about halts and rule of three. So halts will resume every 5 minutes or increment of 5 minutes. So if it's not after 5 minutes, it'll resume at 10 minutes. If it's not at 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And then, yeah, trading is constantly a learning game. I agree, Dolce. So you're always adapting and learning because every single day is different. And that's the thing, you'd think that it would get boring looking at all the same setups and the same stocks and some of the same patterns. But honestly, there's so many minute differences to each setup. So like even just based on like the price of the stock will maybe change how the setup works tomorrow, like and all that. So some might say it's boring, but I think it's pretty cool. You get to solve a puzzle every single day. The puzzle of the markets. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday? No, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So you have 2 more days of trading this week, I think, right? Am I correct? Yeah, 2 more days of trading this week. And let's see if we can get let's see if we can get 5 green days this week. That'd be awesome. All right. Take care, guys. Leave a like, comment, and hit the bell so you get notified when I start streaming in the morning. All right, peace out.